Hi, we recently did a webinar about winning multiple offers in the current real estate market. So if you are a newer realtor and you're looking for some tips and tricks on how to win more multiple offer situations, this webinar could have been perfect for you. Also, if you're a buyer out there looking to make offers on properties, the market's been absolutely crazy and you're likely going to be dealing with multiple offer situations. This might be a good webinar for you. So we recorded it and we kind of condensed it for you into about 15-minute watch. So if you're interested, here we go. Check it out.
Hey everyone, we are very excited this morning. We are just about to start our webinar, 5 Secrets to Winning Multiple Offers in Vancouver. Multiple offers was the hottest topic in the last 2 years since the beginning of the pandemic. And a lot of buyers have questions, concerns, and wanted to understand more what happened behind the scene and how we manage the whole multiple offers process. So
Jacob Kraus, I've been a realtor since 2003.
My name is Jacky Levy. I've been a medallion realtor since my second year in the business. I got licensed in 2004. Multiple offer situation, before we even go into the relationship, we just need to explain what's going on in terms of the parties that involve. So we have obviously in any offer, any transaction, we have the seller and we have the buyer. We have realtors in the middle. We have the listing agent, which the realtor representing the seller. We have the buyer's agent, realtor representing the buyers. And in a multiple offer situation, of course, we have multiple buyers. In this example, we have 3, but the last multiple offers that we've been involved are 25 offers. So
Yeah.
Think about 25 buyers, 25 realtors. The tree is very robust. The seller has a relationship with their representatives and anything that entails. The buyers have relationship with their representatives. But what people usually miss, and especially clients that in the middle of it, is the relationship between the realtors. So we have a listing agent and we have a buyer's agents, and they're all communicating in between as, call it, the gatekeepers that affect the outcome. This relationship play a major role, and we're going to talk about each relationship and how does that play out. So
something Jackie mentioned is that the listing agent is judging each party, and that's something that I think we really need to focus on here as well. Right from the very beginning, they're trying to assess all the parties, and they are the gatekeeper. They're going to be filtering the information, and whatever offers come in, they're going to make their own judgments, and they're going to present their own opinions packaged with the offers to the sellers. So that's something that we need to keep in mind. And we have 5 tips to I guess help and make the process go in your favor. So number 1 would be to make it easy for the listing agent, because at the end of the day, we need them on our side. And quite often, especially if there's 10 offers, 15 offers, 20 offers, we were just involved with one with 24 offers. Yeah. There will be maybe 4 or 5 offers which are very, very similar, and they need to decide who they're going to be going with. And it's not always as clear cut as just the highest price wins. So we want to make it easy for the listing agent. You need them on your side. So right from the very, very beginning, the realtor needs to show up on time. If you're booking appointments, you show up on time. Your buyers need to show up on time. You also need to be respectful of their procedures, especially during COVID. There's a lot of COVID procedures. Just follow them. Just make it easy. Don't fight the agent on it. Buyer coming in and making a stink about something or being difficult. That's not going to bode well for them when it comes to multiple offer time.
I'll give an example. I'm sorry. In West Van, for some reason, in West Van, a lot of agents demand the little booties, like the shoe coverings, and it's a little bit a hustle when you have kids involved and family.
Yeah, and people start complaining.
Yes, people start complaining. If you want to win, don't get into a fight about silly procedure.
To make sure that your buyers are and the buyer is in a location that they can access a computer and make small adjustments, because sometimes in multiple offer situations, you need to adjust the price or some terms. And if the buyer is not available and the selling agent and the seller is waiting on them, they're probably just going to go with someone else. They're not going to wait for very long. So number two, make it hard for the sellers to refuse your offer. And this is a kind of common practice, but it's really important, is create a personal letter. Even add photos of the family, and create a story that represents your buyer in the best light possible. Because for a lot of sellers, they love their home, and they may have lived there for many years, had their family grow up there. They have a lot of friends and their neighbors who are also expecting a good person to come into the neighborhood. So they want to know who is actually buying the home. So it's really important for the agent to represent their buyers and tell the story about their buyers and represent them in the best light possible. Transparency and communication is also important. Always, communicating well with the selling agent. So the buying realtor needs to communicate. One thing that we want to make a point about is offer night. If there's, say, 10, 15 offers, quite often agents will not confirm that they're writing an offer and submit their offer until the very last minute. And why they do this is because they know that there's a bunch of other realtors trying to understand how many offers are going to be coming in that night, and they're going to adjust their price based on how many offers are coming in. And no one wants the price to get bid up, but it becomes very shocking for the listing agent to receive a flow of offers at the very last minute. So we try to communicate and let the listing agent know that we will be bringing an offer ahead of time, and we try to get it in early. And they're going to remember us for this, and we're going to make their lives easier. And it just allows the listing agent to be organized and prepared to go present to the seller. And then number 4 on the list that we have here is refine the optics. So one thing that you can do is have your buyer go to the bank, get their initial deposit ahead of time, and they can photocopy it, and we can attach that to the offer. It just shows that the buyer took the initiative to go and get the money out and take that step. Also, it shows that the funds are there, and the seller has the relief that there won't be any kind of financial issues getting in that deposit. And another thing, and we have some mortgage brokers here, is you could possibly, go to your mortgage broker, get a letter if you are going to be financing a portion of it, and just having a letter from your mortgage broker letting them know that you're pre-approved and your financing is good. And another thing is a very clean offer, not messy, not too long and wordy, and organized, just very concise, easy to read. Of course, never scanned and printed, just done with the digital signing software. And this does make a difference, just having a really clean.
I just wanted to echo what Jacob said. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop the screen share here and share something else, just to illustrate that it's not just theory what we're talking about. We are on, some, realtors group on Facebook, in internal communication between realtors. And this message came perfectly to this webinar. Let me just bring it up. So there was a post about a day ago, and I'm sorry, I for privacy's sake, I blacked out the names, but it's a realtor that made a comment in the realtor chat. So that's not to the public, it's a realtor to realtor. So the realtor claim your listing received multiple offers. The highest offer was much more than the second highest one, but with the most copy and paste subject you ever seen, 4 pages. when I called the buyer's agent, the agent literally asked me just to scratch off the ones the seller didn't like, refuse to rewrite, and say it was to the benefit of the buyer. Is it really? I've seen many standard subjects, but 4 pages didn't seem, didn't seem in line. So obviously, this realtor received multiple offers, and obviously the realtor made it so complicated, and kind of, some red lights, were there in terms of the messiness of the contract. So having the professional draft a very concise contract make a difference. And look at the response. It was probably personal executive assistant. We see it a lot where we deal with offers, and even the buyer's agents send their assistants or the junior agents, and we don't really interact with the guy that with the person that's supposed to represent the buyer. So
yeah. And then number 5 on the list is offer to sweeten the deal. Quite often the seller has some requests about closing dates, or just special conditions. They want to take something from the property. Do your best to bend and work with the seller. A good example is in a lot of cases, the seller hasn't even started searching for their own property to move into. They're doing maybe a sell and a buy, and they are going to be nervous about finding another place in time. So write an offer that has flexible dates. They have the opportunity to move the dates, the closing dates, forward by a month or back by a month. And we just had a situation in the Brentwood area. We bid on a place. There were multiple offers. We won, and the seller wanted to take some lights from the place. Jackie just told the agent, tell the seller, take all the lights that you want, and we're going to deal with it. And we won. And how much was it? It cost us $200 each.
Yeah, just to send an electrician, buy some lights for the buyers, and it was a small price to pay to win in light of 7 other offers. Blind bidding and subject-free offer doesn't mean no due diligence. That's the main problem. That's the main kind of dissonance that we see with buyers. They think, oh, I can't write subject-free. I'm not, I'm not going to buy it without doing an inspection. It doesn't mean no due diligence. Usually when a realtor set the stage for multiple offers, they'll list the property, and offers will be in a week, 10 days. So there's enough leeway to do an inspection ahead of time, to read the documents, the necessary documents. If it's a detached home, to ask your realtor to go to the city, to obtain a survey, to check all the necessary, things and due diligence item that you need to do before purchasing. The biggest and the most pain point in that process is the financing, because that's the one thing. It's very, dependent on the client, of course. And, we're not mortgage brokers, so I'm just going to say the high level that what we know. Some properties, some people that need certain amount of money, or the ratios for the mortgage need an appraisal done, or some banks ask for a signed contract before they can push the file. So I know that's the one main issue. It's the financing. And a lot of the time, if the client can't get, there's always a risk involved, and they need to refer back to their mortgage broker to assess the risk and know where they stand.
Quite often what we do for buyers is really try to analyze what they're searching for and try to find alternatives. So, some clients who have been searching for small houses, they're very rare, and a lot of competition. So we look at it, okay, well, this is the kind of square footage you're looking for, bedrooms, a neighborhood. Can we look at alternative properties, like say a duplex and a townhouse? Because in the same situation, you have a duplex, it's the same kind of living standards. You have the same kind of privacy. You have the same size of yard in most cases, same bedrooms. And in a lot of cases, you're getting a newer property, so it's even maybe enhanced living. But you have more options instead of just waiting for the odd house to come up. Now we're bidding on houses, and we're bidding on duplexes, and we're bidding on townhouses, and it just opens up their chances of winning one of these multiple offer wars. So that's something to look at as well, and even expanding your search beyond the exact neighborhood you want.
Guys, so just to conclude, we want to be respectful of your time. We really appreciated everyone that took the time on the Saturday morning to join us and listen to us. It's doesn't go without saying. So again, multiple offers, a lot behind the scene. If you can take one take-home message, think about the dynamic behind the scenes. There's so many parties involved. There's these relationships between realtors. There's relationships between the agent and their clients. So it's not a linear type of like for lack of better analogy, stock market. Look at the stock and can analyze it pretty rationally or in a very pragmatic way. There's a lot of unknowns and emotions that involve. So multiple offers not necessarily follow the same path. Again, refer to your realtor, to their advice, to their analysis. Refer to your mortgage broker, as we refer to many.